a really long time. I know it's been like 2 months. It's been forever. Wilhelmina, do you want to say hi? No. Okay. Well, Wilhelmina's hanging out with me today. She is my second born daughter, and we are here and we were recording for the first time in ages. I got the triplet blankets done, but that is not the only thing that I'm here to talk about, but there has been a lot going on over here. So before I show you the triplet blankets that I'm putting in the mail today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why I have been gone for so long. The reason behind that is because I've really been evaluating myself and my life and my body and my future and all of those things, and needed a bit of space to make some good decision making. And I have decided that I am going to go through with bariatric weight loss surgery. So I needed some time to just think through that, pray through that, process that. And so that was why I have been absent for the last 2 months. I feel very at peace about my decision. I'm very excited to go through this process. And if you are interested in hearing more about that, why I've come to that decision, what that looks like from here going forward, and just follow that whole weight loss journey that I'm going to be going on, I actually created a second YouTube channel, which will be up in the cards and will also be in the description, that you can go ahead and look and check out. It is called Rachel's Bariatric Journey. And I already have the first video up there explaining why I made this decision and kind of the timeline going forward and what my first appointment looked like, things like that. And I am planning on keeping up with that channel for at least a year to go through that whole journey of weight loss. So I'm going to be posting over there once a week just to give a weekly update, celebrate some of my victories, talk about some of my struggles, and just to kind of process through this whole change of life, because there's no going back. You get it done and that's how your life is. That's how your body has changed from then on forward. So big decision, good decision, exciting decision, challenging decision, but ultimately the healthiest decision that I think that I can be making for myself and for my wonderful family and sweet girlies. So that is some exciting news. That's where I've been. And I can't wait to share that journey with you. Go ahead and subscribe to Rachel's Bariatric Journey if that is something that you are interested in hearing me talk more about, and so you can see me shrinking. I mean, you can see me shrinking here too, but if you want to see like specifics of how much I've lost and all of that stuff, go ahead and follow that channel and you will be able to keep up to date on all of that. So what does that mean for Yarn at Play? That means for this channel, because I am going to be spending so much of my energy and focus on getting healthy and all of that pertains to that, it's going to be a stressful process. They're looking like I should be able to get in for surgery in July sometime. That's what we're shooting for, which means that in the month of July, I'm going to have to take probably a week or 2 off. But at least from the yarn channel, I won't be taking a week off from the bariatric channel because that'll be kind of like go time. But there's going to be some changes here at the channel, and I've kind of thought through it. And as much as I love to create patterns, and those have been my highest viewed videos, you guys. So this is really hard for me to say this, but for the moment, tutorials and patterns are going to have to be set aside. They are so much work to produce, so much work to edit. It's just a really exhausting process. And so for at least the time being, for the next little while, I'm going to be setting tutorial videos aside and just focus on creating videos more like this, where it's me giving you updates on what I've been working on and crafting on, and also doing more of those knit and crochet with me things. I know that's not what a lot of you guys are here for, and I apologize for that, but I still want to create content. And for me, those are actually the videos that I enjoy making the most. And those are the videos that are easiest for me to make because they require minimal editing and they're very stress-free, I'll put it that way. I don't feel a lot of anxiety and pressure about everything being perfect and just exactly how it needs to be, and there's a lot less anxiety that goes into creating those kind of videos. So for the time being, that's what I'm going to be focusing on here. My goal is to post a video at least once a week. If I can, I will post twice a week, but I'm not going to commit myself to that. I am committing to be posting at least once a week, just like I'm committing to post at least once a week over on my other channel. So that would be a total of 2 videos a week for me, which I think is manageable if we're just doing this kind of style of video. So that is my plan, and that was a lot of information. I know you guys have been wondering where I'm at, and some of you have reached out to me via email and some other things, just checking in. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I am just been needing that space to just step back and to really think about what my hopes and dreams for the future are, and what my physical life plays into that, and what my family life plays into that. And so that is why I have been absent. But I will go ahead and show you these blankets that I finished. Here, let me back up my camera a little bit so we can get a little bit more of the blankets in frame. I have, you're gonna show them off? Here is the first one, and I think that I showed you guys this one already on camera. This was the first blanket that I completed. Those beautiful teals and purples and pinks, and this very pretty border that I did all around the edge. And now this border I actually carried through all 3 of the blankets. So the border is what ties the 3 blankets together. Even though the pattern is different and the yarn colors are different, the pattern on all of these is the same. So this is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. I'm blanking on the color. I'll post it on the screen here. I'm blanking on the name of the color, but that's this first blanket here. It is just a giant granny rectangle with a border around it. So that is blanket number 1. And this is blanket number 2. Now this is granny stitch as well, but I did granny stitch in squares for this one. Squares. And I actually did a checkerboard kind of pattern, if you can see the light coming through. I did solid grannies and window pane granny squares alternating through the blanket. So here's a window pane granny, so it has more spaces in it. I apologize, my lighting in here is terrible right now. I'm backlit and all of this stuff, but I'm filming during the day, and my filming light broke. So we're just gonna have some bad lighting for a little bit. And this is the solid granny. So no gaps and with the gaps. And I did that alternating through the blanket to make like a checkerboard pattern. And then again, that border is the same all the way around the blanket. This is also Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. And this is, I believe the color is Winter Flowers. And they are 6 row granny squares, or 6 round granny squares made with a 5.5mm crochet hook. And this blanket is 4 squares by 5 squares. So that is this one. And then this is the one that I'm really absolutely in love with. This is actually not Wilhelmina's favorite, right? You don't like this one quite as much. That's okay. This one's my favorite. This is the Tunisian Interlock Crochet Reversible Square Blanket. Now, I absolutely adore how this one turned out. And it wound up being the biggest of the 3 blankets, a little bit bigger than I had planned. But it's still good for a baby size. I'll hold this up close here so you can get a look at that stitch and those colors. You helping me out? Thank you. It is just beautiful. And it is reversible. And I love the size of the squares. And yes, I will show them the border. So this is I didn't do a full border all the way around because it is zigzagged on the bottom here. So I just did a 1 row around on the long sides, and then on the short zigzag sides, I did the same border that I did on the rest of it, which this was interesting to figure out how to adapt that border to fit into a zigzag pattern, but after some trial and error, I figured out how to do it. So the border ties the 3 blankets together, and these are going off to California for a set of beautiful triplet girls who I believe are being born this week. So that's exciting. Yeah, that's exciting. That is what is happening with that. So the baby blankets are done. These were kind of my contemplative crochet projects while I thought through everything in the last 2 months. So it was really nice to have something to focus on, to crochet. That put me in a good headspace. Oh, Wilhelmina, you want to show them the temperature blanket progress? I don't think I've made any more progress since the last time that I showed them this, but we can show this to them again. This is her blanket. And so she's very excited about it and wants to show you. This is her temperature blanket if I haven't showed you this before or you haven't seen it before. And this is going through the 9 months of my pregnancy with her. So that is the progress on this one. But this is what I'm going to be working on full time now that I have the triplet blankets done. Thank you, Wilhelmina. So you'll see more progress on this as we go. That's where we're at so far. So I think my third born is trying to get in the room. I hear her at the door. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging in there with me through the last couple of months, reaching out and contacting me, checking in on me. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited for what the future is going to hold for me and my family. I'm excited to have you on this journey with me. You saying hi, Greta? And I'm just really glad to be back, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. So thanks so much for being a Yarny friend, and we will talk to you very soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.